Welcome back. You're watching the CNBC TV 18 Election Exchange Special. Rajeev Chandrasekhar, while the implications of this crucial state elections may be limited from a national perspective, beyond, of course, what happens with legislation in the Rajya Sabha and perhaps a sobering of the opposition to proposed legislation. But if I were to ask you for the political lessons, what would the key political lessons be beyond the obvious for the Congress party? The need for strategic partnership certainly seems to have worked as far as the Assam experiment is concerned for the Bharatiya Janata Party with the AGP. Doesn't seem to have worked in West Bengal for the Congress.
No, I think the Congress's problems are slightly more fundamental and structural. I think while it's clear to most political observers what the BJP NDA's economic and general development policies are, what the left stands for, what the TMC stands for, I think it will be very difficult to find anybody who can define what the Congress is about today, excepting that they don't like the BJP. So they have a serious problem. And going back to what was said at the top of the program about Kerala, what Radhakrishnan and I was saying is slightly wrong. The problem in Kerala was not that Chandi did a great job in development but got caught in scams. He actually had the peak unemployment. He had an agricultural economy that was going down the tube. He had a fiscal deficit that was out of control. So really they don't have an economic model that they can call their own. And so while we know what the BJP and the NDA's economic philosophy is and we know what the left stands for, the Congress is caught in this quixotic sort of a situation where they oppose everything, but they can't say what their worldview of development economy and the way forward is. And unless they define themselves in sharper terms, they do not become an alternative to anybody.
Okay, Charan Singh, maybe you want to respond to that, because as Rajeev Chandrasekhar is pointing out, not just does the Congress party have a brand problem, so there is confusion as far as your brand identity is concerned, there's also a position problem. People don't know what the Congress party stands for today on crucial issues like your economic model. You need to now go back and wipe the slate clean and start afresh. Is that really going on? Is that thinking even taking place within the Congress party? Will these results now force you to do that, to have a sharper brand identity?
See, I fairly understand Mr. Rajeev Chandrasekhar, what he said. Of course, he has a leaning towards BJP or the ruling party, whosoever is there at the center. Now, these coalitions, sometimes they work. Like in Bihar, the coalition between JDU, Congress, it worked. Now, it has not worked over here. So we need to introspect, we need to see what is wrong. As Mr. Rajeev Chandrasekhar said, we need to revive so many things, which of course our leaders will do. Recently, the Congress President Sonia ji has just given a statement that we thank all the voters and there's a need of introspection and that Congress party will do. So definitely we'll do, and there are so many classifications in that which Congress has to do. There's no other way around.
As I said, I don't envy your job, so I'm not going to push you into corner further, asking you how long will it take you to introspect. It's already, how many elections will you need to lose before you will come up with some solutions, sir?
But it is not time bound. Of course, there are so many elections coming. There are elections coming in UP, there are elections coming in Punjab, Gujarat, then in 2018, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan. Now this coalition thing will ultimately get decided by 2018. It will go gradually.
Right.
2017 after 3 states election, then another 3 states election 2018. Though the final formulation of a coalition setup will be seen clearly in 2018.
You're absolutely right. So it may be a bit premature at this point in time to talk about the possibility of what happens in 2019. I'll end the show with that. But Mr. Rao, let me come to you and then I'll put that question to A.K. Bhattacharya as well. The threat of regional leaders, Mamta Banerjee, Jay Lalita, the Congress isn't BJP's problem. It's these regional leaders that are posing the big concern for the Bharatiya Janata Party. Mamta Banerjee has done business with you. She's done business with the Congress in the past. Today, she was non-committal on the possibility of a third front, but she was absolutely clear that they will align with secular forces. What is the strategy now really going to be in the light of this continued regional dominance?
Shereen, I think the BJP's only goal is to strengthen itself in all states where we are contesting elections on our own, and also in states where we have a present ally or a potential alliance partner. I think the BJP does not believe in sacrificing anything for the sake of pleasing somebody or surrendering to somebody else's interest. I think we will want to grow in every state. This is a project that we had commenced about a couple of years ago. And as our national president, Mr. Amit Shah, said a while ago, I think we see that strategy bearing fruit. And as far as the Congress is concerned, there is a message in this election all across the country. Let us not see these as 5 isolated elections. The message across the country is the Congress is sinking, but the Congress is taking down all the alliance partners along with it. I think this has got to be a message from the electorate against the negative politics of the Congress party, against anti-development politics of the Congress party, and Congress going completely out of fashion, out of sync with the expectations of the people of the country. And this calls for a massive introspection.
AKB, let me get you to respond to that. While Mr. Rao would like to build the case of the Congress's untouchability, what to you is the key message that's coming through these state elections, sir?
Yeah, I think we have got something wrong there. It is true that the BJP's dream is to see a Congress Mukt Bharat, and for all you know that the BJP's that dream may well be coming true. But my sense is in that entire journey of realizing that dream, BJP may not have anticipated the bigger challenges that are coming its way in the states with a strong foray of regional forces. You have, in Mamata, a resurgent Mamata, you have a determined Jayalalitha, you have a Nitish in Bihar, and you have Naveen in Odisha, and Kejriwal in Delhi, and for all you know, in Punjab next year, and for all you know, you may have a Mayawati in UP. Now, my sense is that the BJP must really sort of prepare itself to take on this challenge of strong regional leaders, and the BJP's real cooperative federalism as a principle will come under test under a situation where you have strong regional leaders in these states. And please remember that all these leaders are following policies that are a combination of development, building roads, providing power, constructing housing, plus freebies. So it's a lethal combination of welfare politics plus development politics. So I think the BJP must ponder and see this rising force in the states. So BJP may be very happy with seeing a Congress Mukt Bharat, but in the bargain, it has to contend with strong leaders in various states who may have, at some point, combine or get into strategic alliances to take on the BJP going forward. So I think BJP cannot sort of, sit idle and expect Congress alone to do the introspection. There is a lot of introspection that BJP also needs to do because of the manner in which the regional forces are actually gaining ground in this country.
You're absolutely right, and I'm going to give each one of you the last 30 seconds. Mr. Rao, let me start by asking you, you heard what A.K. Bhattacharya had to say. You're shying away from trying to experiment with the Assam model in other states. You said that there is no set template. You'll take a call state by state. Why is that? Why do you think that it's not important to actually project someone locally, sir? Let me give you the last 30 seconds with your point of view on what we can expect going forward.
No, Shereen, there is no ideological position on this. I think we would like to project in states where we have a clear leader, number one, acceptable to all sections of the society, and if that were to favor us tactically in the alliance, we would definitely do it. But there are certain situations where it would be tactically advantageous to go into elections without a leader. But these are sort of tactical decisions that the party will make on a case-by-case basis, and not on a standard template basis.
Okay, Rajeev, Chandrasekhar, the final 30 seconds to you.
No, my hopes are a lot more specific. I think I'm hoping for the end of this reform stalemate, the reform legislative stalemate that we have in Parliament, and I'm hoping that this would give a new impetus to what is clearly the mandate for this government, which is structural change, structural reforms, and really expanding the economy at a really rapid pace.
Well, we do hope that all of that does indeed take place, but lots of important lessons, not just for political parties, but for leaders to introspect over. Gentlemen, always a pleasure joining you here on this CNBC TV 18 special. Thanks very much for your time. Appreciate you being here on our special show. Well, we're completely out of time here on Election Exchange. Thanks very much for watching. Don't go anywhere. The news continues.